What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to War Stars, episode 6 of our reactions. Today, we're going to react to all the Disney Plus Day news, specifically from one studio. The other studio failed
Oh
in their
no,
job.
no, no! I'm drowning in Star Wars today, dude.
I know, right? Right? Yeah, so I live streamed for 3 hours today. It was one of the stupidest ideas I ever had, and I'm not going to do another stream from one of these. Alex, my man, you were sick Wednesday. You feeling better now. That's good to hear. How you
Yeah.
doing? And yeah, what's up?
Oh, well, yeah. Apart from getting sick and whatnot, I've been fine. Just currently, before I got on here, I was doing some cleaning and whatnot. So, I'm gonna finish doing that once we're done on here. So, how about yourself? How about yourself?
I've been good, my man. I just got accepted into a university today, another school. So,
Wow!
so
Look
you
at
know,
you go!
so and it's probably the school I'm gonna go to. So I'm really happy about that. That I can
Awesome.
I can finally breathe, and like I don't really have to um worry about that like my senior year and stress all out about it. But
That's
it's been
awesome.
yeah, it is. It's really great, and I got a lot of money off with just their financial, like just my academic stuff. That doesn't even include like the FAFSA and other scholarships. So really happy about that. Plus it's in state, so it's a win-win
That's awesome.
for me. But yeah, I've had a great day. Well, an okay day. If you watched the live stream earlier, I pretty much like screamed at the computer screen for like 3 hours because of how poor the event itself was. Okay.
Was it even an event?
No, it was the Twitter thread.
No. I
Yeah,
I
Alex.
I wasn't able to be on there at all because I
Right.
was in school.
It was a Twitter thread.
That that is
Yeah,
awful.
I'm gonna pull it up because I have to show you it. It was a Twitter thread of just every single thing they were announcing. Um,
That is
yeah,
awful.
yeah, and then they tagged the Ron Will Smith because Will Smith's supposed to be in something, so it was bad. Um, I gotta
You know,
find this.
we just had
It,
DC fandom and whatnot, and they had a nice presentation. Come on, Disney.
I know it's like they couldn't. It
Like you
wasn't
can.
even like there was poor marketing for this event. Do you agree with this? Like I didn't
Oh
know there was.
yeah. Oh yeah. Poor. Like the thing is like we didn't even have a sense of like what to expect, and some of the big things that were gonna be revealed got leaked like a day early.
Right, the big one, yeah, Kenobi, and we'll get into that later. But I gotta.
Like
This
here's
thread
my
is
whole
like,
thing is people were like I was at school and people were saying, "Oh my god, the Moon Knight trailers looks awesome." I went on YouTube to look it up and it's like, where's the
no,
trailer at? It's like
no,
seriously, they couldn't even like release it on YouTube. They released it, by the way. I did find out after the fact. They released all of the Marvel stuff on Disney Plus.
Disney Plus. That the whole point of this day was to incentivize people to get Disney Plus. So like, if you don't put like footage on YouTube, they're gonna be like, oh. And I had a hard time finding the Marvel thing for today. I had to like keep looking and keep looking, and oh, it was a mess. It was a mess. It was terrible. Like it's. And here's the thread, Alex. This is the thread that we looked at for 3 hours.
Oh my, that's awful. That's
Uh, yeah,
that's funny though.
this is the thread we looked at for three. There's some cool stuff, but right there's like a Alvin and the Chipmunks thing. There's like a
Yeah.
uh, Ice Age thing, Pinocchio, like Chris Hemsworth did a Nat Geo thing, Will Smith. I mean, there's
Go
some cool stuff that I won't
go Chris
watch.
Ev- or go Chris Hemsworth.
Whatever the hell this is, Sneakerella, High School Musical season 3. By the way, I know you're a big fan of
Bro,
that.
no. Season 1 was good, season 2 was so bad. It was
Okay,
you know what it reminds me of?
why? We got Willow with Warwick Davis.
Yeah. You know what High School Musical, the musical, the series reminds me of?
What's up?
This event. It's so shit that you're actually questioning how it went that bad.
We had the under the helmet thing from Boba Fett today, which I watched. Was pretty satisfying. It was good. It was a behind the scenes thing. It was fine. And
Wow,
then
I'm so excited to get more about Boba Fett.
and then for Obi-Wan, they literally just say, "Oh, there's a special look on the app. Go on the app to look at it."
Yeah,
A Cars thing. I like Cars. That's fine. Whatever the hell else we got, and then we got Marvel. And that was it. So that
yeah.
was it. That's how we got our announcements today, through a
Pretty
Twitter thread.
okay. Interesting.
Marketing.
Very, very much. I don't know what the accomplishment there was. I don't know why they didn't just have like an event on Disney Plus, like a streaming thing of it. But like, hey, you know what? Go off, Disney. Go off, I guess.
Right. Yeah, it's so bizarre. Like I think they'll learn their lesson and hopefully they'll do a stream or whatever, but like just randomly dropping the projects in a Twitter thread and then like average people not knowing where it's gonna drop is
Yeah,
just really strange to me. It's just it was poorly marketed and like very vague about what we were gonna get, but at the same time they hyped it up to be this big thing, Disney Plus Day, new announcements, new projects. And I think now
yeah.
it's a perfect segue into the biggest disappointment I think we've had in a long time
It was bad today. It was
and
bad.
this company does a terrible job with marketing as it is Lucasfilm. And I was talking in Choco and Element's Discord, and I was amazed at the people that were defending this. Excuse me, Alex, I'm about to go on a rant. If you're
Oh,
defending this,
please
I
do.
don't like to say this. You're fucking stupid. Okay, sorry, you're stupid if you're defending this. I really hate to say this, but there's no justification for this. Okay, Lucasfilm put out a tweet 2 months ago. Make sure you save the date for Disney Plus Day. And all you give me is a behind the scenes and a sizzle
Yeah.
reel of Kenobi that was leaked yesterday. But not just that, it's not a new sizzle reel. It's a sizzle reel that was shown to investors last year, just not to average folk. You didn't even have the time to put a new sizzle together for people. What
Yeah.
the fuck are you like? Actually, what are you doing? It is very irritating.
Yeah, I mean, the problem is you if you were on any sort of TikTok, literally the thing that was most hyped up about Disney Plus Day was Kenobi, and there was a poorly put together sizzle reel. Sure, did it get me more excited for Kenobi? Sure, but at this point, anything is. So what special thing does that do? And it's like, come on. I mean, are you really saying we couldn't have gotten a teaser trailer or something? I
Right.
don't know.
And
I just was not a fan of Disney Plus Day. I thought it was very poorly put together. Again, and I think the big part of that is like we just came off of DC Fandom and it had like yeah, it didn't reveal a whole lot and whatnot, but it was at least a properly put together event.
right, right. And I think what's also really like just frustrating to me is like people were saying, well, well, the shows are like 6 months out or whatever. It's like, well, the shows, well, Marvel released footage for a show that's coming out next summer. So like you
Yeah,
can't, and so did Nat Geo and so did Pixar. So your justification is, oh, it's too early to market them.
no,
Well,
it's not. It's never enough.
literally every other single studio under Disney marketed their stuff
Yeah,
besides Lucasfilm. So it's like that's not a justification. They're like, and some other, but mostly the general consensus on Twitter and stuff was, yeah, it was awful. But in this Discord, Choco and Element's Discord, it was just like these people were like trying to make a defense of it, and there is no defense of it. I
there
don't care
really
what your
isn't.
I don't care what your opinion on this is, but you're wrong. I'm sorry, I don't like to be this way, but you're actually like incorrect. This is a definition of poor marketing and don't say, oh, it's because of fan expectations. No, it's
No.
really not. It's because Disney Plus market it as a day for announcements and trailers and special looks. And you gave one special look. One. One. And you gave a trailer for something that came out today that was a docu-series. You didn't
Yeah.
show any new footage for any of
Mhm.
the projects. Nothing.
Yeah.
Zero.
And I think here's my biggest frustration. with this whole fiasco is like the thing is yes, a few months ago when we got all the shows like Rangers of the New Republic, Mandalorian season 3, all these things confirmed. Sure, we had a lot told to us there. And but we were also told a lot of these were coming out soon, like 2022. So where was the Andor teaser? We got an Andor sizzle reel when it got announced. What was that? Like almost a year ago?
Yeah, it was 11 months ago. Yeah,
So where's the teaser trailer for it? Where
correct.
was the new footage for the Book of Boba Fett? That show
Mm,
comes out in a month.
right.
Where is all where like I can understand like not seeing stuff from stuff like The Mandalorian
Ahsoka,
and all that and Ahsoka.
Acolyte.
Like I understand that those things aren't done yet. But come on, Kenobi, Andor,
Bad Batch
shows
too.
Bad Batch, like no announcement, like nothing. Like what if season 2 just got announced and that season just ended like last month?
Right. Yeah. Yeah,
Like
it's puzzling. It really is. And
it is, but here's my thing, and I think this is honestly a big thing that like you can obviously tell of the two major studios at Disney which one they care about more. They care about Marvel
oh,
more.
yeah, definitely. Definitely. And it's somebody brought a really good point up is like Star Wars content lives on Disney Plus at this point. There was a story, I don't know if you watched the podcast or heard about this, that came from the Hollywood trades that Rogue Squadron is delayed indefinitely. That movie's not coming out in 2023. You don't have a project yet for 2023.
Yeah,
You have nothing there. You don't have a movie coming out until at least then, and maybe it might get delayed.
yeah,
So your content lives on Disney Plus, and on Disney Plus Day, you don't do anything?
yeah.
When Marvel has 5 movies a year that come out, 4 or 5.
It's really confusing, honestly, to me. Like, what was their marketing strategy going in? Because like the thing is like it's like you said, this was not a thing of like, oh, fan expectations are were just way too high. No, it was reasonable. You just wrapped up a few shows, so show us them. Plain and simple. I wasn't expecting a trailer of the Darth Vader Obi-Wan fight. Like
No,
I wasn't ready for a full-fledged trailer yet. But come on, are you really saying you couldn't have like shown us behind the scenes footage of them filming? You couldn't have shown us anything?
even what Marvel did. I actually love what Marvel did. Just 15, 20
Yeah,
seconds. Just little teases. I
yeah.
could have gone for a 30-second tease of Kenobi, and people were also saying, like in that Discord, oh, you would have been disappointed with that. No, I wouldn't
No,
have.
no, because at
No,
least it would have been something.
because it would have been something. And it's like, oh,
Yeah,
Lucasfilm doesn't like to market their stuff unless it's 2 months before the show. Yeah, that's a problem. Because
that is
Marvel,
yeah.
that's a problem, okay? Especially
Like
for projects who are lesser known, like Andor and
yeah,
Bad Batch
like
and
and my rebuttal to that would be let's take something like Moon Knight. He before he got announced as a TV series, he was one of the most unknown heroes or really anti-heroes
Antihero. Yeah,
of all time until Disney announced he was getting a show. But guess what? They still showed footage, and his show probably won't be coming out until the end of the year.
right. And it's arguably, for a lot of people I've seen, one of their more anticipated projects.
Yes. Now, granted, yes, is some of that due to the actor of Oscar Isaac being in it? Sure, but who gives a shit? As far as I'm aware, it shouldn't matter why I'm excited, who's in it, or whatnot.
Right.
What should matter is that I'm excited. And I want to say this: I have known Obi-Wan Kenobi in my life for probably about like 13 years of me being alive. And because of today, his show is easily one of my least excited things now from Star Wars. It
Why do
now
you say that?
it now just feels like Disney doesn't give a shit about his show, so why should I?
So here's my thing. So first, I'll segue back to that. But first off, it's really puzzling marketing too because you released the Book of Boba Fett trailer 12 days ago.
Yeah, I really don't understand their decision to release the trailer before Disney Plus Day. Although I still would not have been happy that they only had the Book of Boba Fett trailer to release. Still, at least it would
It
have
would have
been
been a lot better.
something. It again, it literally just would have been a case of at least it was something.
Right. It's like you release it 12 days before so people like think, "Oh, you got something big planned, right? You
Yeah,
got something big planned for Disney Plus Day."
like you
So
got to if
like
you're releasing your trailer so early.
but it would have made so much more sense to release it today, especially since you had the Book of Boba Fett behind the scenes, you had like so you were gearing it up to be that way. So like I just have so many questions. Like, why? If you knew today, and I honestly, Alex, I think they pulled a lot of stuff the last minute, and we'll get into that in a
Yeah.
second. But to go back to the Kenobi thing, um, I'm still very excited for it. And when I saw the concept art yesterday, I freaked out. But I saw it yesterday.
And that's the problem. That's why I'm not excited. Here's my thing is for things like this, I think what's getting really upsetting with Lucasfilm in specific is I'm finding a lot of my stuff regarding their shows from leaks and all that. I'm not finding it from official sources and whatnot. So when it comes to getting excited for anything, I'm just not. Like to put it simple, I don't care about almost anything coming from Star Wars. And the fact that I can easily tell you that right now, sorry, brother's screaming like he's on crack. The fact that
Hi.
I'm currently right now more excited for the Rise of Skywalker when that was coming out than I am Kenobi, than I am Ahsoka, than I am the Mandalorian. I think that really goes to attest Lucasfilm's just poor handling of their marketing and whatnot. That's in my opinion not good. I think that also the fact I'm more excited. And I know you're gonna say you're gonna hate me for this. I think the fact that I'm getting more excited for things like the Marvels than Kenobi is getting really concerning. I'm sorry, but again, to me it really feels like to me it really feels like Disney doesn't care. So why should I care?
Right. It's such a lack of effort
It
to
is. It really is.
to release a sizzle reel that was shown last year. Now, granted, to investors, it wasn't shown to average folk, but a lot of it like was talked about. The image with, and granted, we could talk about it. It's cool. It's
It
great
is.
concept art.
It
It's
really is.
fantastic to see an Inquisitor, and I am ecstatic that I saw Vader and Kenobi fighting again. Um, and then I saw Vader on his throne on Mustafar. Like that's badass, man.
Yeah. It,
But
but
it's so lazy. You
it
couldn't do
is
something new. It took you a
literally.
year.
I think something that would have been more exciting than the stupid sizzle reel would have literally been kind of just like what Marvel did, but with behind the scenes stuff. Give
Mhm.
us our first look at what is Obi-Wan gonna look like in the show.
Right.
What is Vader gonna look like? What is Hayden's role in this gonna be?
Right.
Like I don't need plot details. I don't need anything like that. I don't want to know any of that. I just want to see something. And it's just really frustrating. And I think we're only talking about Kenobi, but again, yeah, we have to talk about where was the Bad Batch season 2 reveal.
Mhm.
Now I can also get this. Star Wars is at a different place. It has basically its own holiday dedicated to it with May the 4th.
Right, but they
That
didn't announce
that
anything
but
that
that
day
yeah,
either last
I was
year.
gonna say, but that's not an excuse. That's not an excuse to hold back so much content. And by that point,
Right.
who knows? The Mandalorian could be wrapped up with filming and whatnot.
Yeah, it will
Like,
be. Yeah.
who knows what else is gonna be done? So it's really frustrating
Now
on their
now
part.
granted, now granted, May the 4th this year was lackluster, but it was coming off of 10 announcements 5 months earlier. So I get that, right?
Yeah,
And I get a lot of people are making like, oh, well, a celebration in May the 4th of this year, and they're both in May. Well, dipshit, it's not gonna matter. Kenobi's gonna be out in May, most likely.
yeah.
So
By
like
that point, most likely.
you could have stolen the day. Within the time that we're getting Kenobi, we're gonna get the Batman. We're gonna get or Multiverse of Madness will be around that time that Kenobi releases.
Yep.
And other stuff I'm probably not thinking about. And you like Kenobi has the chance to be it's I think you would agree with this. It's going to be the biggest thing ever on Disney Plus, right? You'd agree with that.
Oh, arguably,
Yeah,
arguably.
and like your biggest thing on your app, on the app that's for a while, it's not marketed earlier than other stuff.
Nope.
It's just
It,
so weird.
it
And
really it really is. It just goes to show how just fucking lazy Disney is, dude. Like,
I don't put this on no Alex, I don't put this on Disney. I put this on
but
Lucasfilm.
but here's the thing: is I put this on Disney because you have to. It. Let's be real. Again, today really just shows which company they care about more. It really
Marvel.
did. Marvel. Now, granted, let's be real. It's because they make the most money. So, like, why care about Star Wars when Marvel Studios is pumping out again
Right.
4 or 5 movies, and Star Wars is struggling to put one movie out in the span of 4 years.
Right. But granted also Alex, Nat Geo outdid Lucasfilm today, and Nat Geo is not a moneymaker like Lucasfilm. So did Disney. Now Pixar and Nat Geo make a lot of money, but it's not Star Wars. So the, Lucasfilm had the worst marketing today out of the four major things on the four major categories on Disney Plus. It's just so asinine. It really is. And then to go to your Andor and Bad Batch thing, and I want to come back to Kenobi before we get into the Marvel stuff, but um, so on the ending video, I don't know if you saw this. I gotta find it real quick. But on the ending video, Alex, when they're saying bye bye, they show all the projects that they showed, right?
Mm-hmm.
And at the beginning of the screen, on the beginning screen, um, here we go. Where is it? Okay. Oh wow, that's so loud. I gotta turn that down. Yeah, let me pull it up. On the screen, they show Andor the Bad Batch. So let's look at this here. Here we go. Watch. They show it.
Andor and Bad Batch. Some of the
Season
first.
2.
Yeah.
And the Book of Boba Fett. And the rest of the stuff they show, Alex, is all stuff that was talked about or shown at Disney Plus Day. All of this was shown. Obi-Wan was shown. Olaf was a thing. All of this was announced or shown at Disney Plus Day. And the only two things that weren't were Andor and the Bad Batch. So my
But,
speculation is that they had something planned.
But Drew, just remember, your expectations were set too high.
Correct. Right. My expectations were set too high, and that's the reason why. Yeah, it's all my own fault.
Yeah, come on, Drew, come on. You know not to expect so much.
But what do you think about that, Alex? Do you think they pulled stuff?
Yeah, do I think? I know. Like, I mean, come on. It is hard to sit here and just like, you know, sit here and be like, oh yeah, they, stuff happens and whatnot. But it's just like, okay, what happened?
Right.
What happened? What happened to the point that you just like, couldn't reveal anything?
Yeah.
For like certain shows. It's look, I understand, you know what? To a degree, who knows? Maybe my expectations were set too high, but that's because they set them that high.
Right. Yeah. I mean, I don't disagree with you. And like, if like let's just say hypothetically we got the Andor, it would have been a sizzle because Andor is going to come out after Kenobi. It wasn't filmed at the volume, so it's going to take longer to do, right?
Yep.
Let's just say we got a sizzle for that. And then let's say we got some footage for Bad Batch. I would have actually been really happy with that. I would have been satisfied with that. It would have been enough.
Here's my thing: is I would have been fine with literally just release dates. That I literally would have been stoked just to hear that these things were still happening and being released. But no, we couldn't even get that. Like that's just what's most frustrating is that there were lower bare minimums and they didn't even meet that.
Nah.
So again, yes, to a degree, can some of this be completely put down to hey, you were expecting too much? Absolutely. But at the end of the day, who set themselves up for that? Disney, not
Right.
me. So
Right.
I think that's what a lot of people, and I don't want to again be rude about this, but a lot of kiss asses need to remember that I'm paying $8 a month for Disney
Hmm.
Plus, and the fact that one of the big brands that I pay for is just like not doing anything. I mean, come on now.
And I'm really disappointed that people are making fun of people for like being disappointed in the lack of content. I pay this company to produce content.
Yes.
Okay? I'm a consumer of your content. I am a customer. I like your product, but I also can critique your product. And again, Lucasfilm, they don't have to give a shit about what I say because I'll still probably go and watch their product. But still, I want the product to be better. That's the whole point of critiquing. That's the whole point of why we do this. It's the whole point of why
Yes.
we have fandom discussions. I am complaining that your marketing sucks, and it's a repeated problem that you've had, especially with your Disney Plus properties. Mandalorian season 2 was the start of it. Okay, well, it's been going on before that. The
Yeah.
movies, the sequel trilogy movies, they did a pretty good job marketing.
I
But the
mean, here's the thing: is if they're not a movie, then they don't care, and
Oh,
that's
and
what it feels like.
Solo was awfully marketed. It didn't get any footage until 3 months before it was released because they didn't want to release footage alongside the Last Jedi. Like, what the fuck do you think people like can't contain two movies in their head at once? Do you think like audiences are
Yeah,
that
e-
stupid?
especially like when your neighboring company is Marvel and people are getting like 30 movies a year.
Right. It's like, oh yeah, you're too dumb. You don't know like two movies
Yeah.
might get confused. You're like, no, it's just that's not how that works, guys. But yeah, really disappointed we didn't see anything for Andor. It's like you showed us something a year ago. You, you filmed the whole show in that time. You you couldn't show anything. So like if I got a sizzle for Kenobi, a sizzle for Andor, and you could have shown footage for the Bad Batch season 2 because they work on animation well in advance. I bet you Bad Batch season 2 is almost done or pretty
Mhm.
close to being done. So like you could have shown something for that. I mean, last year at Investor Day, they showed something for it 6 months before it released. So, like, I mean, they could have done something with that. And then Book of Boba Fett, you don't show any new footage, especially when the neighboring studio gives you a 3-minute clip from their new property that's coming out this month. They gave us a whole 3 to 4 minute clip.
Yep.
You could have do that for Boba Fett. Give us like a 2 minute clip from the first episode to
No,
get you even more hyped. But
none,
no,
Drew. Because guess
none.
what? I don't think I don't want to be this guy, but I honestly have a fear that potentially, what if some of these Star Wars shows get like delayed?
I don't think these ones will get like Kenobi and or a Bad Batch. I don't think those ones will get delayed. Everything in 2022 or like Mando 3 I don't think will get delayed either.
I
But I'm
don't know,
starting to get
man.
worried about like a specific project that we haven't heard nothing about, nothing in the trades, nothing from leaks or rumors. Lando,
Yeah,
is that show done?
Rangers.
I just think that show's on the back burner, and Filoni and Favreau are working on other stuff currently, so I'm not worried about that one per se right now. Um,
Droid Tail or what? The
a
Droid
droid story,
Story.
what? Yeah, that was an animated thing, and I that's another thing I'm worried about. But more specifically, I am really worried about Lando because first off, we don't know who's playing Lando. There hasn't been an official announcement of is it Billy D or is it Donald Glover or is it both? There's been nothing.
No, there hasn't, and I don't know what they're gonna do
And I
because
get and that one makes sense. That one makes more sense because this was more geared at 2022, this Disney Plus day. But overall, I mean, my final thoughts on it was just it's abysmal marketing, and it seems like they pulled stuff. And now, granted, I don't like how people were going after the insiders, who were saying we were gonna get a Kenobi trailer, and or like there was numerously good insiders, Jordan Mason, Bespin Bulletin, Star Wars Newsnet, Big Screen Leaks, all those
Yeah.
guys saying a Kenobi. I don't like that we're going after them because they got a good track record. And yeah, they pull stuff all the time. It happens. This is not. It's not easy to do.
Yep.
And if we're gonna blame them, like it's so weird to me that people are blaming fan expectations and leakers, but not the company itself who hyped the event up, who called it Disney Plus Day, who said mark your calendars for Disney Plus Day Star Wars announcement, and then give a sizzle reel that they showed last year.
Hmm.
It's
Dude,
not. It's not. Your priorities are messed
yeah.
up, and you're an idiot. I'm sorry. I have to be as blunt as possible on this show.
Ruthless.
I have to
Ruthless,
be Al.
Drew.
I have to be Alex, but this was disappointing. I watched Element stream, and Element 7, one of the more
Yeah.
positive guys I've ever talked to, was like, "Wow, that was disappointing."
Yeah, I got into his stream because I saw you were done streaming, so I was like, oh, I'll go hop in Element stream. And he was talking about how disappointed he was. I was like, oh no. And then I was just going on social media, and it looked like World War III were starting with how much people were upset.
It's just
So,
like, and again, if the Kenobi thing didn't leak yesterday and I saw it today, that would have been great. That would have been great, and I probably would have complained a lot less. But you have other projects you could have promoted.
I would say this. I would still not be pleased.
Oh,
Because
I
look,
wouldn't be pleased still, but
one
I would
yeah,
complain a lot less.
I was gonna say one sizzle reel would not make up
No, no,
for
no, it wouldn't.
the
It,
atrocities that Disney Plus Day was.
it's,
Now,
it's, yeah.
I was just gonna ask, do you think we're gonna get a Disney Plus Day 2022?
Oh yeah, for sure. They wanted to become an annual thing, but I hope it's like they do a better job with it.
I think they just like shouldn't do it.
Well, they'll probably do it. Because
Also,
they liked.
I'm sorry, I have to bring this up. I don't know if you saw this video on TikTok. Sorry if I seem very zoned out. I'm doing something on my computer really fast, but
It's all good. It's all good. I've
I'm,
been zoned
I'm
out the whole day because this was
I,
awful. But
I'm in the conversation, but I'm like focused on something right now. Um, there was this video, and this is going to be very off topic. There was this video, dude, on TikTok that literally pissed me off so bad. I literally had to close the app down.
okay,
So you know in Eternals when Druig and Makari are on the ship.
right. At the end of the movie, or like,
No. When they're, I think when they're all on there about to do like the Unimind and whatnot,
oh
like when
right,
they're
when
talking about
Icarus
it.
shows up. Okay.
No, like, and at one point,
Oh, okay.
Druig like taps Makari, you know,
Okay.
a deaf person, and people are like, "Oh my gosh, Marvel Studios is just so insensitive. Like, how could they forget that she's deaf and she can't hear? Like, how dare they do that to her?" Because uh, Barry, I don't remember how to say his name, Keolan,
Yeah, yeah.
Coffin,
I know who you're talking about. Yes, yes.
like bumped her. Like to, I don't know if it was like a go or if it was literally just a gesture that he was told to do, but they were being called insensitive pricks because um
He tapped
he
somebody.
yeah because
He tapped Makari.
he tapped a deaf person, so they were interpreting it as they thought that she was she forgot her line. And I was just like, something to me sounds like that's insensitive, but whatever. Yeah, just fans today were just not it today. Fans and
I hate fandom. I hate fandom.
I know
I just
everything's
one more thing.
insensitive.
One more thing about Kenobi.
Oh
The
boy.
guy, one of the actors who's in it, O'Shea Jackson, who is the son of Ice Cube, says, "Damn, even I was waiting for the Kenobi trailer, and I'm in the damn thing." So that makes me think that there is an actual, like, there's actual footage out there, I believe,
Oh yeah.
but they just didn't release it.
Yep. There has to be. Come on, Disney, just release the trailer. You know what? I've also seen some people saying it's called Disney Plus Day. The day's not over yet. Like,
No, it
come
ended
on.
at 12:15
Yeah.
p.m.
I was gonna say, bro, no, the day's over.
Right. Yeah.
Disney crushed our hope. Okay. And you know,
Right.
honestly, what I would have been really happy about is if we got reveals all day, like every hour, we got a new reveal.
Right, and that's seemingly what they were doing, but like it just ended. They're like, yeah, we're done.
No, it should have been like one reveal per hour. But I
That's
also,
what I was saying on the stream. I was
yeah.
saying like they could have done like one Pixar thing per hour, one Nat Geo thing, one Walt Disney thing, one Marvel thing, and then one Star Wars thing per hour.
Well,
Or
guess
do a
what?
couple.
If we would have been doing it by that, the show would have been over after 1 hour because we got one Star Wars thing. So,
Two technically, we got a trailer for the Under the Helmet thing that released today. So
oh, shut the fuck up, bro. That don't
don't worry,
count. That don't
don't worry about it.
count.
All right,
Also,
guys.
the hold on. The only positive
Oh,
thing that I've seen come from Disney Plus Day is this limited time offer of 1 month of Disney Plus for $2.
that's
That was
awesome.
it. That
So I
was
only
it.
get to pay $2 this. Well, technically, I pay
No,
yearly. So,
no. This is only if it's your first month.
god damn it.
Wait, you pay yearly? You
Yeah,
can do that?
yeah,
I wish I could. I wish I would have done that.
yeah. It's a lot easier than just paying like 8. And by the way, I will say, I'm glad that they didn't raise the price. I thought they were going to announce that today.
Oh my gosh, I was so worried they were gonna be like, coming new, a new tier of Disney Plus, where it's gonna be $13.99.
Alex, I think if it ever gets to like if it gets to like 15, 16, $17
Oh, I'm
and
not
they're
paying
not
for it.
and they're not releasing Star Wars and Marvel content every week, I won't pay for it.
Nope. I'll pay for it, or I'll pay for it probably like at the end of like every like 2 or 3 months to do like
Right.
a big binge watch. But that's it. Like that's been one of the big things about Disney Plus that I've been like a big fan of is that they haven't been doing these like they're like HBO Max, like the good version of HBO Max is like $16 a month. Netflix is $15 a month. That right there, just those two subscriptions are $30.
Right.
Then, but then you got Disney Plus over here that's $8.
I don't have a Netflix or HBO Max subscription. I don't watch because I don't watch their product. I mean, I should, but like I mostly watch live sports and stuff, so it just doesn't
Look,
make sense for me to have cable and like it just doesn't make sense. But
I
anyways,
I watch. I have Netflix purely for one thing, and that is Arrow, or the Arrowverse.
right.
Probably once I'm done with all that, I'm probably gonna cancel my Netflix subscription
Yeah. All
because
right.
yeah, I ain't watching that stuff a whole lot. And
Oh, he's on
HBO,
TikTok now. I sent you his video, right? Who's his
who?
face? The guy who plays Arrow. What's his name? Oliver
Yes,
Queen.
Stephen Amell. Yes, I
Yeah.
know, bro. He's amazing. He loves his tickle talk.
Yes, yes. That's gonna wrap it up for the Star Wars talk. We talked for 40 minutes about one project. I can't believe we did that.
We didn't even talk about it for 40 minutes. We talked about how shit it was.
Yeah, right. All right, so now we're gonna segue into a studio that knows how to market their product. We're first gonna talk about the new announcements we got.
Ooh,
So
let me pull them up. Let me pull them up. Oh,
I'm gonna
let me help. Let me help.
I'm pulling them up on my screen too. Um, so we got an X-Men 97 animated series announced, so that's going to be a continuation, I guess, of the
That's what I've heard.
oh whoa
Yeah, man,
of the
screw me.
I don't know how I okay, whatever. I don't know what it's going to be, like I think it is a continuation of the
Yeah,
97, which is cool. I wonder if it's canon. Um
probably not.
multiverse.
I mean, yeah,
Um
I guess everything is. Then
Oh,
we
okay. Here we could read the official press release. Am I sharing the right? No, I'm not sharing the right thing. Of course not.
listen.
Uh,
We should. Here, I'll read them off, and we because we talked so long about Kenobi, because I have them pulled up right now from their Instagram.
okay.
I'll do a quick speed run, and we'll do like a quick we'll spend maybe about 5 minutes on each one. If
Okay.
I'll start at my least excited one. From what they have posted on their Instagram right now, I am Groot.
Yeah. So this was announced last year at Disney Investor Day. It's an animated show. Um,
Looks like starring Baby Groot.
right. So I wonder what it is. It going to be like during the time of Guardians 2 or like
But what is the point?
what is the point is exactly right. It's an animated show. Um,
Watch it be one
yeah,
of the most, bro. Watch it be one of the most like important things to the
watch
MCU.
it introduce Nova.
Yeah, like literally watch it be like watch it no watch it introduce like fucking like Galactus or something. Oh, like and someone who didn't watch the show's like, oh my gosh, where did that guy come from? The TV show on Disney Plus. Oh, was it like that? Was it like that WandaVision? No, it was I Am Groot. What the fuck?
No, I'm not. I'm not. I mean, I'll watch it, but it's it's animated. It's probably more directed towards kids. It's probably between the time of Guardians 2 and or
Yeah,
Guardians 2 and Guardians 3. It'll be a cool little show, I guess. I'm not sure. Let me look who's producing it and stuff.
yeah.
Who's
The
um
the age range that I'm gonna say is probably around the age range of like Resistance.
okay.
Probably around
Yeah,
that age.
executive producer Kristen Leproy.
Could you imagine, by the way, they're like, let's make a brand new TV show. Let's make one about Groot, the person who says 3 lines.
Right. I feel like it's just going to be a cute little thing for kids. Maybe it plays some bigger
Or
significance. I don't
yeah,
know.
I'm thinking either like Resistance or Forces of Destiny
Yeah,
age.
maybe. I might watch the pilot, and then if I don't like it, I won't watch it. But
Yeah, probably.
I'll give it a taste. Alex, go
Next,
with what's next. Go from
uh,
least to best.
what? That's what I'm doing.
Okay, yeah, yeah.
Marvel Zombies.
You're not excited for this?
Not compared to everything else, no.
I'm really ecstatic for this. Now, I
Yes.
wonder, are they gonna do like the what if zombies, or are they gonna do like a
From
whole like
from what I was reading and from what people are saying is that they think it's a continuation of that offshoot. So it's probably going to be an offshoot from what people are thinking.
um
Which I don't know how I feel because of like how the what if finale ended.
Uh, ah, okay, so that's speculation for now. So let's just go with that, right? Let's just go. I just read the press release. There's nothing about what it is. So let's go with that. I wouldn't mind if we focused on that universe still, I guess, and like we got like the story of how it. Well, we kind of did get the story of how it happened. Um, but more events going on during that time. And then
Well,
maybe
well, we
like
can't even forget like the cliffhanger ended on with Thanos arriving in Wakanda with 5 stones.
right. Right. Yeah, we could get that. And then if Thanos wins, you could get like how it affected the galaxy and the Marvel universe. Like you could do something like that, but I think what's more likely is it's maybe a direct offshoot of the Marvel comic zombie storyline.
Well, that's it.
Uh,
Is that is like this is the logo for it. Might be
right.
yeah,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
that's inspired from the comics. So
Right. I think that's what it's gonna be. And that's really exciting. And I wonder what characters they'll put in it. I assume it'll just be like one season long with just how they all become infected and stuff.
yeah,
And I assume it will be like what if level dark, but not dark anything darker than that. Like not a
yeah.
invincible or like yeah, it's not gonna be like
Okay.
super dark.
Yeah.
Um,
And
but yeah,
then
I'm
the
excited for it.
the next one, Agatha, House of Harkness.
Yeah, so
I'm
this feels like
I'm
oh
not in
go
the
ahead.
boat. I'm not in the boat of people who are saying this is so unnecessary. Why do we need this? Okay, bro. None of the shows that we have right now were necessary, but they were made, and we love them. So I just like I don't know. Compared to everything else, I don't care about Agatha. Like she got a badass song, but
Yeah, a really subpar villain to me. A character I wasn't a big fan of WandaVision. It wasn't my type of show. Um, her backstory is really interesting, but I feel like that's all I need to know about the character. I wonder. So it's gonna be written and I believe directed by the same person who did WandaVision. Uh,
Matt Schaefer or whatever.
yeah, Schaefer. So that's I'm glad they're sticking with, the same team and stuff. They know that character the best. I wonder, we talked about this story a couple months ago. It was broken by the Hollywood trades, and it's like, where is this show going to take place? Is just my biggest question. Like in present day, um, that would make sense, right? Because she says you're going to need me, Wanda. She might be in Doctor Strange too, and maybe this shows a derivative of that. Like it picks up her story after that, or it could have some prequel elements. And I know in the comics there's like a bunch of Salem witches and like weird Salem figures that they could do. But again, I feel like we kind of got her backstory, and that was good enough for me with her mom and stuff. Um, but yeah, it's definitely reactionary. But not Lucasfilm, Marvel Studios is at the point where they can be reactionary. Like just Agatha had a good reception. It's like, okay, we can make a show that fits the timeline and stuff and gives more Agatha. They do a really good job of listening to their fans over there at Marvel Studios. So I'm really curious about where the show takes place, I guess, mostly. But it is what it is. I mean, Loki wasn't supposed to be as big as it was, and it's probably the biggest, like one of the most
significant Marvel projects.
Right, yeah.
Next up, Echo.
Yeah, so finally officially announced. We've known about this for a while. I don't know, Aliqua Cox. I don't know how to pronounce it. Playing Maya Lopez, obviously. So Echo's got a big history with characters like Daredevil. She's the adopted son, or said son, didn't I? Adopted daughter. Adopted daughter of Kingpin, who's rumored to be in Hawkeye. So like could do a storyline.
Well, hold on, isn't Echo rumored to be in Hawkeye?
No, she's confirmed. She is in Hawkeye.
So the press, she's just getting her own offshoot series.
Right. Yeah. So in the press release, it says the character will first be introduced in Hawkeye. So like, I don't know what role she's gonna play in Hawkeye. Maybe we just see her with Kingpin. Maybe that's what it is. Like Kingpin sends her to go and get Haley Steinfeld's Kate Bishop and Jeremy Renner's Hawkeye. Maybe that's what happens. But I'm really excited for the show because, again, it's going to deal with that criminal aspect of the MCU, the underworld, the seedy stuff that I liked in The Falcon and the Winter Soldier, and hopefully will like in Hawkeye, which, by the way, we'll talk about it Wednesday, but we'll preview it then, Hawkeye.
Hawkeye is not about underworld. It's about Christmas, bitches.
Right. Yeah, but I'm excited for this project. She'll be the first Native American superhero, I believe, to have a mainstream project. So that's really exciting. Alex, what do you think about Echo?
I don't know who that is, but she's appearing in Hawkeye, so I'm excited. All right, next up, the one that we were not too long ago trashing on with our worries.
Miss Marvel.
Which
is actually a perfect time for me to kind of bring up the footage. Alex, talk a little bit about why it's higher up on your list than it originally.
I gotta say, I'm just excited to see, what they're gonna do with with her character. We got to talk about the big controversy with her powers and whatnot being changed. So I'm just excited to see what they do with her. Hopefully she excites me more for the Marvels. So
yeah, so let's play like the 15 seconds of footage here, and we'll kind of break it down, I guess. So that's Bruce. That's She-Hulk. We don't care about you for right this second. Here it is. Let's talk about. So this is how I think she gets her powers, right? So she's gonna kind of be like a genie, I guess. I don't know. Like maybe. Who knows? Yeah. Let's see. Okay. She's kind of got the Captain Marvel outfit. This is funny. It's good.
You can kind of like see her not flying, but you can kind of see her like walking on air. The thing
Yeah.
is I think that also kind of
Oh
like
yeah, it is. Yeah,
semi
yeah.
that also kind of like semi confirms that she doesn't have her embiggen powers, that she instead kind of has like that Green Lantern things where she kind of can like project things,
Right.
which kind of iffy about, especially because I played the Avengers game and whatnot, and I really like her embiggen powers.
She's inhuman in that, right? She's got the
Yes,
stretchy powers,
yeah,
correct?
she like I never even like when again I like to talk about the Arrowverse and whatnot. I never pieced together that Inhumans were basically just metahumans. I
Right.
like never pieced that together. But yeah, I mean, yeah, she's a Inhuman. Who basically the Inhumans were created by the Terrigen gas, created by people like MODOK and whatnot. Um, and it was bad. They were basically like modern day slaves. Like
Yeah.
it was really really bad.
Yeah, they had the Inhuman royal family and stuff, and it was like there
Yeah,
was a Netflix show that was bad. I've never seen it.
yeah, it's on Disney Plus. So if you ever do want to watch, you
Yeah,
can.
maybe I will give it a try, but like I don't think they're gonna do Inhumans, and they don't kind of have the Inhumans.
No, Kevin
Yeah,
Feige is like a huge hater of
of the Inhumans.
which like I don't know why, because like if you think about like okay, never mind. I was gonna say the Flash does so good with metahumans, but towards those later seasons, we'll just like forget that they had metahumans in those. Um, yeah, I mean, I think honestly though, it is kind of like a really weird thing that they're like not doing Inhumans. But you know what, Kevin
Why?
Feige, go off,
Go
Kevin,
off, Feige. Go off. But
go go off.
yeah, the footage definitely got me more excited, and like the reception. Again, they don't show a lot of her powers, and again, they didn't show much here at this plus day thing. But like, maybe the reception from the powers on social media so far have been relatively negative, so maybe they're changing them a little bit. That's why,
Yeah,
because
and
it's done filming.
no, yeah, and I think the other thing that people need to remember is like it's not a big deal that her powers have changed necessarily. It's more or less the problem that like she is most known for those powers, and the reason they removed them was so stupid.
Right,
It's because oh well we don't want people to confuse her with Reed Richards. And it's like
right.
but would they get confused with him?
I mean, we kind of have like, you basically made uh Don Cheadle's roadie discount Iron Man. You basically have two Iron
Well,
Man
not
in the.
only that, literally,
It's like
we're about to talk about it soon. We're literally about to get Ironheart.
right,
It's literally the female Iron Man.
right,
What? Like
right.
it's Disney's logic, bro. That sometimes I question. Okay,
And
sometimes
plus,
a lot of times.
the other problem with like the show, it's like Kamala Khan's role model is regarded as like
One
in
of the
the MCU right
worst.
now one of the most hated characters and actors currently in the MCU. Now, granted, I'm not a huge fan of Brie Larson. I don't really care for her, and I don't really
Yeah.
like her. She's in the middle. I don't care, but like her movie's not great, and that happens. She doesn't deserve the hate she gets.
No,
Um,
not at all.
but like it's just a project I'm not excited for because again, I'm not a huge fan of the Captain Marvel character,
No.
and it's just not engaging. But this first look actually was a little more interesting than I thought
Yeah.
it would be.
I mean, to I think this. I think before I was a little hesitant to want to watch the show, but now I'm on board to watch it.
Yeah,
I'd actually be pretty down to watch it.
right,
It wouldn't be a show like Loki, for instance, where I was like super excited every
right,
single Wednesday. But I'd
right.
say probably about a show like WandaVision. I'm excited
Yeah,
to
yeah.
watch it, but I'm not gonna.
It's
I'm not
probably
gonna.
Andor level for me. Probably
Yeah,
Andor level hype. Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
But next up, bam. What if season 2?
What if season two? So we didn't get any new footage, right? We didn't
No.
get any new footage for that. Yeah, I'm really excited. I wonder how the story plays, and I wonder how we get a better villain than Vision Ultron.
I don't know. I think honestly, what could be a pretty, um, what could actually be a pretty good, you know, villain. Well, not villain. I think a pretty good story could be like the Watcher feeling the wrath of the other Watchers, or Watu
Hmm.
feeling the wrath of the other Watchers for interfering. So I think that could be it. But I mean, really, who's to say? Who's to say that a fucking Celestial won't be the villain? Like,
Right, and I actually think that there's a real possibility of that now too, Alex. I definitely think one of the stories that's going to happen because they tease that there's going to be Phase 4 elements in What If Season 2. What if
mhm,
Icarus succeeded in letting Tiamat blow up Earth and just be born?
yeah,
And I think Tiamat or like one of those Celestials that we see could be the main villain, and like
mm,
Icarus is like the Silver Surfer to the Celestials, like Galactus. So
yeah,
I could see that happening. But again, the Watcher thing you mentioned is really interesting because we haven't seen other Watchers in the show, right? So
no.
like
We have seen other Watchers, but not in
right
the show. We've only seen them
in
in
the show,
Guardians.
right? Yeah. So like I think that would be really interesting because Watu is always regarded as a Watcher who like is on thin ice because he's always interfering when he's not supposed to. So I think that would be an interesting element. And then also they're gonna put the Tony and Gamora episode in, which is gonna feel really weird. You know what I'm talking?
Which makes me think that they're gonna come back. And
Right.
do you think they're gonna assemble the same crew?
No, I mean I think we'll see some of those characters again. Like I could see a continuation of that zombie story. Um, there's a couple other stories that I don't think you can do Chadwick now, sadly. It would just feel off. What else could they do? There's a couple others. Peggy Carter. She'll be back, right? Yeah. They kind of confirmed that. Yeah, yeah. So I think yeah, for her, and there's a couple other ones. Maybe Killmonger. I don't know. I think we'll get some of the same. Oh, not a Killmonger. They can't do her. They can't do him. Maybe Party Thor. They'll get some of the same
Yeah.
characters again. I definitely think so.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. Next up, Secret
Secret Invasion.
Invasion.
Okay, so let's pull up the shot of
Nicholas Fury.
uh let's okay, where is it? Okay, there it is. No, where is it? Uh um I missed it, didn't I? Uh Okay, I can't find it. Let me pull it up on Twitter. Here we go.
Come on,
I can't.
man.
I'm messing up. Uh Screwing up everywhere. I'm spelling Nick wrong now.
Oh my goodness, Drew.
Okay, here we go. Here he is. There's our first look at Nick Fury.
He's old.
He looks badass as well.
Yes, sir.
No patch. And a lot of people I saw were speculating that the Nick Fury that we got in the main MCU timeline, because he looks so different and old here, was just a
Hmm.
scroll the whole time, which I think would piss people off so
Yes, it
much.
would. Yes,
And I
it
don't think it
would.
is. I don't think he has been a scroll the whole time. I just think this is actually Nick Fury.
I think he was
Uh,
a scroll just in Far From Home.
Right. I agree. And I'm really excited about this show too because I like Ben Mendelsohn's Talos. Um so like I think the show could introduce a lot. Like it could introduce the MCU already has so much going on that like add in the scrolls and like possibly evil scrolls like the super
Yeah.
scrolls imposing as like superheroes is going to be really weird and interesting, and it's going to keep us on the edge of our
Well,
seat.
I think something that I'm most excited about, and I know like this is gonna seem really weird, but dude, do you think we could see
hulking in this.
Yeah, I do.
Because if you think about it, well, he goes by a lot. He goes by Emperor Hulking. He's like the king of some parts of space. But if you think, like, my man, Theodore Rufus, I think that's his last name is Rufus. Rufus?
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure. Like, my man is half Kree, half Skrull. Like, come on. Like, especially, you know how good that would have been to introduce him in Captain Marvel? Like, a young
Right.
hulking. Like,
Yeah.
especially because we're building right now towards the Young Avengers. So,
Yeah.
like, I just think that it would have been. I think it would have been nice. I think it would have been. I think it would have been. I think it just would have been good to see a nod to him. But yeah, I think I'm really excited right now about the potential of seeing more Nick Fury, more Monica Rambeau. Like, hopefully Secret Invasion comes out soon, because like that picture of Nick Fury's got me hyped. Not gonna lie.
Yeah, it's currently filming right now, which again, just go back to Lucasfilm. Marvel released footage or just a still of something that's currently filming. You couldn't even do that for Mando 3 but
It's
anyways,
okay, Drew. It's okay.
it's okay. We'll live. We'll live. We're all right. But yeah, I really love the image. Nick Fury looks like a badass. I hope we get some good action with him. Um, and yeah, I'm really intrigued. I think Hulking could be introduced, Alex, and it'd be the appropriate project to do it, of course. With them seemingly leading up towards the Young Avengers in some type of movie or show. And again, the scroll thing's really interesting because it will keep us on the edge of our seat throughout the MCU. If it's like, oh shit, is this thing a scroll? Is this a super scroll? Like, I think that would add an interesting element. Alex, what's next on your anticipation list?
She-Hulk.
She-Hulk. She-Hulk. Alex, what'd you think of She-Hulk, my man?
Dude, I'm excited. I'm excited to first off get the answer of how did Professor Hulk become Banner again?
Right.
So yeah, I'm just there's a lot to be excited for, and I can not. Sorry, I literally just cannot wait to see more of her. I know a lot of
Right.
fans are already upset because she's doing the thing that Deadpool does with the, breaking the fourth wall, but like, wasn't she created first?
Yeah.
Like, yeah, shut the fuck up, people who are mad.
Right. And here's the footage we got. Got Jennifer Walters.
Which, by the way, through your thing on StreamYard, it is like really weird.
Is it glitchy?
We'll keep playing it. I think it might be because I was on another window right now. Oh, what a good stopping point. Oh my, I'm gonna get canceled.
Yeah. Okay, so we got Bruce Banner who's acting like a dad. We got Dad Bruce.
Yeah.
It could be acting weird because they could be taking this down, but who knows? Yeah, we got Dad Bruce. His arm's healed, but he's not in his Shang-Chi form, right?
No, he's
still
in Professor Hulk.
Right, which I think in this show will probably answer that question because we see a scene later. Right here where they film like a commercial.
Yeah, very WandaVision-esque.
Yeah, it might be a Snickers commercial, and it's a weird shot. It feels like it's like a '90s commercial they're shooting, but like,
yeah,
you wouldn't like me when I'm angry. And there it is, She-Hulk. Which, by the way, we get the logo. This feels very Netflix.
Does it really did? I mean, I don't know.
And then I think we get. Oh, go ahead. Go ahead.
No, you go ahead. You go ahead.
And then we get one more shot at the end, if I can pull it up. While I'm trying to pull it up, you talk about like your thoughts on it. Yeah,
wait. Oh. Did we get another thing about Armor Wars and then nothing?
Yeah, we get her right here. Oh, that's cool, but we won't talk about that yet. Yeah, we get another shot of her in her Hulk form. Yeah, it's just saying Armor Wars is there. It's nothing really else about it.
Come on, Disney.
But yeah, it feels very Netflix. And again, Daredevil's rumored for this project as well, and there's a rumored sex scene between Daredevil and Jennifer Walters. So
Dude, Marvel and their sex, bro.
right, yeah.
Jeez.
I don't know. Who knows?
Next
But
up.
yeah.
Oh.
Oh, wait! I wasn't done.
Okay, okay, game like talk faster. I'm doing
Well,
it.
I'm really excited to see Hulk in this show. Also, again, Hulk's gonna play a big role, it seems, in this phase. So I'm really excited for him to be a side character and see how he builds She-Hulk, and at the same time, She-Hulk kind of builds Bruce. Like I need Hulk back. I need Avengers Hulk back. I feel like this show could do that.
Dude, my man Hulk got nerfed, like
Right.
mega nerfed since his first
Yeah.
movie.
Who do you think wins, She-Hulk or Hulk?
Hulk.
Okay.
My guy
As of
took the
right now, I
power-
would.
My guy took the power of the Infinity Stones. Like,
Okay. Okay, that's fair. I agree.
Ironheart.
Okay, we didn't get any footage, but I love the logo.
I do too. It's an
Riri
Ironheart.
Williams, obviously gonna be played. She'll first appear in Wakanda Forever, which, by the way, there's a shit ton wrong with that movie. We won't get into that. But
Wait, hold on. You the one girl who plays Shuri like break her back?
well, okay. So quickly before we get back into Ironheart, Letitia Wright or Loretta, I don't know. She got hurt. She went back to London, and because she is unvaccinated, she's pretty anti-vaccine. Which, whatever, she can have her opinion, but it's at the point where it's halting production.
Yep.
And she doesn't want to be. She only wants to be Black Panther reportedly for one movie, so it's screwing up everything.
Do you think they'll scrap it and do rewrites?
Like the movie or her?
A bit of both.
Probably
not
her.
the movie, but yeah, probably gonna have to be like this is just gonna have to be a little bit more of an origin story for Wakanda.
Yeah, like she's a great actress, but like you're being disruptive. But to get back to Ironheart, it's gonna be hard to replace Tony Stark, but I think I cannot pronunciate today. Riri Williams is gonna be a fantastic character, and I'll start shooting this year, so I'm really excited. Alex, you got anything else on it? Why is this high up on your list? We saw nothing for it. Oh, did Alex freeze? No, Alex froze, bro. No, that stinks. Yeah. Alex, come back.
There we go.
Come back. There you are.
I'm back.
Thoughts on Ironheart? You got more?
She has an Ironheart.
Okay. Is that why she's so high up on your list?
Yep.
Okay, that's fair.
Yep.
What the hell happened to you, by the way?
I don't know. Like my internet just like died. Next. There's only one
3 left.
3. Hold on. 1. There's only 2 things left.
You're missing. Oh, are we gonna say we touched on the X-Men thing already?
Oh yeah. I thought we weren't talking. Yeah, I wasn't talking about that. Fuck the X-Men.
That's actually really bad, especially if you know their origins. That's actually really bad. That's actually really bad.
Sucked. Screw
That's
their
fair.
movies.
Some of them did. Some of them.
All
did,
of them did.
I haven't watched them in a while. Oh, Logan sucked.
I watched. Okay, really, that was one good one. I watched Days of Future Past recently, dude, and my brain literally exploded with just how bad the plot was. And people were saying that's like one of the best Marvel movies. Bro, we got a pretty low bar then.
I think I know what number 2 is, and I can't read that.
Pat, focus.
Is that spectacular? Is that Spider-Man thing?
Spider-Man!
Yes! Freshman year, and it's a origin story. It's his freshman year of high school before Civil War. Or
Yeah.
yeah,
Really, really weird that we're getting this in animation, but
I wonder if Tom Holland's gonna do the voice.
I do too. The thing is when we met him in Civil War, I thought he was a freshman.
He was
He,
15, right? 14? It's
yeah,
14.
he was like 14, 15 years old.
He
Yeah,
was 14.
he's a freshman.
Right. So
Well, he's 15, so he could be a sophomore.
right, he could be a sophomore. So like
And we
freshman
also,
year.
we also do have to remember that at the point when he's Spider-Man in Civil War, he's been Spider-Man for like
6 months, I believe.
yeah,
He
but like
says, right?
six to 9 months.
By the way,
Oh boy.
Ben Parker's dead. Ben Parker is totally dying in this animated show.
Well, who the fuck is he, bro? Like we don't know him.
Ben
Oh, by
Parker
the way,
is
I watched Spider-Man 2. I rewatched. Don't get it
thoughts?
confused. Let's just say the first hour of the movie isn't really good. No, I'm joking.
Really?
Hold on. Let me say this. I just didn't. I couldn't get into it the first hour, so I had to stop it. And I tell you, when I stopped it at the perfect time to come back and finish the last like hour and a half, dude, it was amazing. It was amazing. I just the first like 30 minutes, like 45 minutes, I just could not get through.
You
I was
don't like
I was
Doc Ock's introduction and stuff like that?
it was fine and all, but like I was just like, I'm gonna fall asleep during this. So I was like, I'm gonna come back and I'm gonna watch it. And I literally just got so hooked on that movie. Now, do I think it's one of the best Marvel movies? Hell no. But
Oh,
here we are.
we totally disagree on that then.
We'll talk. We'll talk.
Right, but on this, I think Ben Parker's definitely gonna die. He's
But
toast.
the problem is I feel we already got our Ben Parker death in the MCU with Tony.
Right. I know, but like
Because the thing is Marvel really shot themselves in the foot with this because they made Tony his Ben Parker, and then
at the same time though they referenced Ben
they
Parker.
reference that the reason why he doesn't want to tell May about him being Spider-Man is because of everything that just happened with her, presumably Ben's death.
Right.
So like, what is the deal?
And it could be like an origin to another villain that Tom faces at some point, which would be like really interesting. Like
Who
maybe
knows? Who? Yeah,
yeah,
who's one of his first villains that he fights?
yeah. Or I'm just saying in general, it could be a setup for like a villain we see in like his college
Spider-Man No Way
trilogy.
Home. Spider-Man No Way Home.
Spider-Man No Way Home. Spider-Man no. But no, I'm really excited for this.
Yeah,
Again, weird timing. Like
yeah.
a
Really weird that this is coming out like I don't know after like one of his biggest movies of all time.
and
But
then like 7 years, like this will probably release in 2023 or 2024, like 7 or 8 years after Civil War.
yeah,
So like that's really weird,
which
and
feels
especially
which feels like such a long time. Like oh my gosh, by the time where he's at in the MCU, he's probably like 24. No, he's still like 17 years old in the MCU.
right.
By the
Yeah, it'll
time of
be a
by at least the time of No Way Home because of the blip.
right. Yeah,
Which
it
by
will
the
be
way,
weird, but I'm really
um,
excited for it.
I because of Disney Plus Day, this is one of the pluses of today.
Right.
No pun intended. Recently, I think it was like 13 Marvel movies got put on IMAX, enhanced IMAX.
Mm-hmm.
I rewatched Infinity War right as I came home, bro. And it
Right.
looks so good. Now, however,
Yeah.
I have been hearing like some of the movies, like Guardians 2, is really bad because it goes in and out of IMAX. So it's just like, and then it's like the movie choices were just so weird. Like
Right.
you got Iron Man 1, that makes sense. But then that's the only Phase 1 movie, by the way. That's it. No
Really.
Avengers, no Thor, no Captain America, just Iron Man 1. Then it's Captain Marvel, um, Doctor Strange, Black Panther, Infinity War, Endgame, Shang-Chi, Black Widow, Ant-Man and the Wasp,
Uh-huh.
Doctor Strange. I don't remember the
Yeah, it was
Captain Marvel.
so random.
Like here's the thing, it was a welcome thing to have the enhanced IMAX. However, the movie choices were weird. First of all of the Avengers movies should have been in IMAX.
Right. Age of Ultron wasn't. They didn't put that in IMAX, right?
Nor the first one.
Oh, that's weird.
Yeah, especially when you have like shots
But
of
they
like
put the first Iron Man in it. Like,
yeah, but they had enough time. It's like literally when you think of like the first Avengers movie, like when Tony's like flying up towards the wormhole and he's like shooting the Chitauri down with his repulsors. It's like, dude, could you imagine if you could see that full shot?
right.
And then I just found out from watching a clip of it of Endgame in enhance with the enhanced IMAX when Tony is giving his message at the end to Pepper and Morgan.
Uh-huh.
Steve and Thor are in that scene, but you can't see them because their faces are cropped out.
Ah, I see.
Because the widescreen cuts it off. It's like really weird. And I
Huh.
don't know why it's like that.
Huh.
But
Interesting.
you have anything else you want to add to Spider-Man No Way Home's freshman year?
Yeah, I'm really really excited. I wonder if Tom's gonna do the voice, and I don't know how this works, how Disney can do an animated. I don't know how the ownership and rights go. We've had this conversation, but
It's weird
yeah, but
because here's the thing: is on Disney Plus, they literally have a section called
Spider
Spider-Verse.
Verse. Yeah.
It's well. Here's the thing: Sony's merging their stuff over to Disney. Like they're giving them rights to put their movies and TV
Right.
shows on there. So they're literally setting it up for that.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
just wonder when in 2022 that's going to happen.
Right. Yeah. I'm really excited for this. I think it's gonna be cool. Probably Ben Parker, interesting villain they introduced maybe, and like just some interesting origins that we didn't get. And I like that they're not going back and doing it in like a movie form. And I kind of what I appreciate about MCU Spidey is that they didn't do the same shit that they did with Batman, and like we're gonna see for the 17,000th time where I see Bruce's parents die. If I see
Yeah.
Bruce's parents die in the theater again, I'm gonna throw something at the screen. Okay, like I'm
Mhm.
glad they didn't do that with this Spider-Man. But if they do it in animation, like where I see Ben Parker die, I'd be like, okay, it didn't happen in the movie. I didn't have to see it again, so like I'll be
Yeah.
fine with it.
But I absolutely agree. So, and then
I can't
I think the
I can't wait to
obvious
see this.
most anticipated was Moon Knight. It was my most anticipated before, and it still is. Sorry.
Alex, let's go look at the footage here. Uh,
We actually
this
got a
looks
lot of it.
fantastic.
It does. I'm really excited.
It looks fantastic. And again, I've talked to you about this, Alex. I like grounded superhero stories, and this just felt like Batman to me. I am sharing the
Well,
wrong
here's
screen.
the thing, okay? Listen. I love characters like the Green Arrow,
Right,
especially in the Arrowverse and whatnot, for him being a vigilante. This is literally Marvel's Batman and Green Arrow put together. My man's a super vigilante in this show.
right, right. Here we go. By the way, Oscar Isaac has a fantastic British accent. He's like a psycho in this.
I know he's what is it, DOD or
Yeah.
whatever.
And then remember this leak remember the leaked image?
There it is, and that's
There
the
it is.
exact scene where it's from.
Yeah.
We can't see him, but we at least know that that leaked image was real.
Right. Here's him running. Beautiful. That's
Yes,
that's
that
fantastic.
that Phase 4, man, and them having so many good just good screen like grabs and whatnot. Like right there, I can literally probably think of like one from at least every single Marvel project so far from Phase 4. I'm gonna quickly try to do that. Like WandaVision has so many, of course. Wanda when she's fully powered up as the Scarlet Witch.
Yeah.
Um, Sam when he comes in with his new cap suit. Loki, probably when like Sylvie is trying to like when she first finds out she can enchant um, Eliath and
Right.
whatnot. That slowed down shot and whatnot. Black Widow, I could honestly probably see like when she's like doing her skydiving bit down.
Right.
Shang-Chi. There's so many, and I honestly think
Wenwu versus
yes,
Simu Shang-Chi. That's a great one.
yes, that's an amazing one. Eternals. There's so many. Of course, the sex scene was a great one. Um, it may or may not be my computer background. No, I'm joking. I'm joking. It's not. It's not. It's not. It's not. No, but come on. The shot of Tiamat or whatever, with
Yeah.
like sticking out of Earth is scary. Like it's amazing.
Any shot at Arishem.
Yes, and then this, like, come on. Or I
Beautiful.
forgot what if. I forgot what if the Hawkeye thing when he's jumping down. Come on, that was intentionally meant to look cinematic.
Right. I mean, look at this. They even have the moon.
Yeah, come on.
That's just
They know
Moon
what they were
Knight.
doing.
Yeah, they did know what they were doing with that. And then we got some footage, I believe, at the end. We get that's Wanda. Yeah, he's like, I don't know what's happening here, but this is him.
It
He
looks like
just beats somebody up.
It looks like he's becoming conscious in like one of his other like forms or one of his other personalities.
Yeah, so he has disassociated like identity disorder, right? DOD
Yeah.
or whatever. Yeah. He's got like split personality, which is gonna be really interesting to see how it plays.
Yeah. Could you just like imagine him like going through that like in the middle of a fight? He just like doesn't know why he's there, what's happening.
Right. And he just beats the shit out of people for no reason. He's just like a crazier version of Bruce Wayne. Like Bruce is rich and stuff, but he can at least control himself. Like Moon Knight just like cannot control himself. And I'm really excited for this. Wow. I'm dying over here. I'm really excited for this project.
You're dying by your excitement.
What?
I said you're dying from your excitement.
I know. Oh my god. Woo. Oscar Isaac's fantastic.
Dude, Oscar Isaac is in everything, bro.
X-Men
he's in
Apocalypse.
Star Wars. He's
Star
in
Wars.
Dude. He's in X-Men. He's in Moon Knight. He's in everything, bro. Like,
yeah.
You know the whole meme on TikTok about like you cannot escape Chris Hemsworth? Have you heard the audio, bro? Those videos are just some of my favorites. It's literally that. Like you cannot escape Oscar Isaac. He's everywhere and he will follow you till you die.
Yeah, absolutely fantastic. Like little 30-second tease there for Moon Knight.
Now, if only we could have got that for another TV show.
Yeah, I mean, that's it, Alex. That's all the projects, right? So, I mean, I feel like we're good. I mean, you got anything else to say before we sign off? You got one more little thing to say?
Fuck Lucasfilm, bro. That's it.
I agree. What can I say? Watch them drop the Kenobi teaser like a week from now. That'd be so funny.
Watch them drop it like right when it hits midnight.
Right.
It was Disney Plus Day, guys. Come on, all day long.
Yeah, I know. Well, that was it, guys, for our discussion on Disney Plus Day. We talked for a long time about our disappointments with Lucasfilm's marketing. Then we had a great conversation about all the new projects and all the updates onto the Marvel stuff.
Yeah, about the good company.
Right. Wednesday we'll be back. We got a couple stories already in mind that we're going to talk about. Chloe Zhao is reportedly not directing any Star Wars movie, according to the Hollywood Reporter. We'll talk a little bit about Doctor Strange 2, also according to the Hollywood Reporter, going through extensive reshoots for the next month and a half. And our main topic will be the Hawkeye preview, where Alex has to craft some questions that we will answer next week. So till then, peace out.